Hey everybody, welcome back to Matthew Kelly Pottery on YouTube. I hope you are doing well. Today, well, I guess it's tonight actually, we're gonna do something very exciting, and that's because I'm getting ready to start the fire for wood firing number 3. And I don't know if this is as exciting as the first one or the second one, but it's still pretty exciting because, and nerve-wracking because of all the work and effort, months of making pots, all the effort of going in, loading the kiln, and now we're getting ready to start the fire, and I'm going to be up all night watching the campfire. But I love this part of the firing. I love just sitting back and relaxing and putting wood on the fire. So this video will probably have less to do with the actual firing and more to do with the unloading, but at least that's my plan for the video. So if this intro is totally off from what the video ends up being, it is. But I'm going to start the fire, and then we'll probably just do some clips or pictures or little clips of video throughout the firing, and then hopefully this is going to be an unloading video. That's my plan. So it's probably going to be a longer video because when I get to the unloading, if I do any extensive showing you of pieces that are coming out of here, out of all the hundreds of pieces that are in here, it's going to be a long video, but I promise that to you guys, and many of you want to see that, and so we're going to try to live up to that, okay? So, but first and foremost, we got to light the fire first. Alright, as I said earlier when I started the fire that it was time for an unloading video, and now we have the door unbricked. I didn't put that in the video because you've probably seen that before, and if you haven't, it's pretty uneventful, and this video is going to be long enough as it is, so we're just going to get to unloading. But first I'll take the camera inside and show you all the pots there in the first stack, and you can see that up close, and then we'll start unloading. And I've got help, so you're going to see other people in the video, but I'm gonna try to just maybe pick a couple pieces, you know, maybe every shelf or every other shelf to show the camera. If I show you everything, as I said, it's going to be a 6-hour long video, and none of us really have time for that, and you probably wouldn't watch the whole thing even if I did that. So like I said, I'm going to show you inside, and then I'll, like I said, just going to maybe pick the best piece off of each shelf or every other shelf and show you that, and then in between that we'll speed up and play some music in the background. But here, let's go inside and I can show you what's going on in there. So the front stack has mostly raw pots on it. We didn't do a whole lot of glaze, especially on the very front side of that stack. We did mostly raw pieces, so they can really show off all the salt and wood ash that gets built up during the firing. And so you can see the cones down there on the bottom fully melted, and the ones up there on the top close, but not quite as hot up there. We've already shoveled out the leftover ashes and embers, and I put down those bricks because the floor is still pretty hot. But the kiln itself is only about 200 degrees, even in the very top, so it's ready to unload. So let's go. So part of this process is going to be looking at all the pots in there and where they are in the kiln and the results on them as well. So that's what makes this. I told Joyce, one of the ladies helping this morning, I said one of the things I like to do when unloading is, number one, I only get to do this like 3, maybe 4 times a year, so I like to take my time, but I also like to pay attention to where pots are in the kiln because the effect on the pots in a wood kiln is largely determined on where it is. Each firing is going to be a little different, but as I learn and fire the kiln more, I'm going to learn more and more of where to put certain pots and certain glazes to make them look a certain way. So, but we're going to start out by taking out the large ones on top, and we set most of those out in the yard, and any smaller ones we put on boards. So let's go. What are we taking out first? Oh, look at that, it came right off the wads. All right, here, I'll show you all the first one. How's that? It's like a two-part vase there. I made the bottom. I love how the decoration survived on that one, even right up front. Got the white glaze on the inside of that. And I love how the wads came right off. Look at that. That's like, doesn't even hardly need any cleaning. Here's a planter that I did with white slip brushed on, and then I carved through. And I kind of know that white slip flashes pretty well, so I got everything from the lighter side right in there, and then other parts where it didn't get toasty brown, and then the carved through is the raw clay. All right, one more from the first shelf. This is my new white glaze that I am using, and then I have a blue ash glaze that I sprayed over top of it, and that's exactly what I was expecting, and looks pretty amazing. That's what that cup, I was expecting the cup to look like.
Yeah.
All right, I had two side-fired vases in this one. We're getting ready to pull those out, and I'll show you those. So those are vases that I made, and I flattened them so they were like a flounder, what I call like a flounder vase. And then I laid them on their side, laying on seashells in the kiln. And one of them I sprayed 2 different ash glazes on the back side so it would run around in 2 different colors. And the other one I just sprinkled wood ashes on it after I loaded it, and so that those ashes would melt and run around. So it's always a surprise, and you never know exactly what it's going to look like, but here we go. Alright, so initially, those are the seashells and the wads, and then hopefully, they're sticking a little bit. That's not good. Well, we're going to let some moisture get to those, and then they'll pop off, hopefully. Or we'll edit this out and you won't ever know I did it. But either way, that's what the back side where I put the wood ash, and you can see where it melted and ran down around. It's called a knobby pot.
Snotty.
Oh, it's cracked. Alright, well, that one was going to be pretty amazing. The bottle's cracked somehow. But, and those are still stuck as well. So, we'll let some moisture get to those and see if they come off. Oh, look how shiny that is. It's a shame. Here's one of my favorite colors consistently out of a wood kiln. I do red, dark red slip dots, that soft blue, and then the ash clays. And then one of the new favorites, sea turtle mugs. I did some baby turtles on the back of each of them.
Still not hot. Okay.
This was one of my tests of the Star White clay with the red slip. Got a nice iron red there. You can see a little bit of white inside where I carved that. It was right up front. Whew. One of my carved pieces there with the red slip. Alright guys, here's the first stack completely out. When I start on the second one, I'll give you a preview. There's some face jugs on the top there. Some pretty cool pots, some trays. Look like they're warped pretty bad. Guess we'll see when we pull them out, right? That is something else there. I love this red slip with the blue. You get the little halos around the red slip. And then I love how the blue broke on the rings there. Woo. Alright, here's another one. We'll see if we can get this in focus here. There we go. Alright, we're a little tight quarters here now, but I thought I'd bring you in to show you. I got my face jugs and my snake jugs. So, alright, first we'll start with, here's Smiley. Here is Chuckles. Now this is Otis because he looks a lot like the other Otis I made that I did in my gas kiln. Here's probably one of my favorites. This is Eugene, mainly because my wife thought this looked like a guy named Gene who helps us usually load and unload the kiln. So his name's Eugene. Love that mustache. And then the snake. I don't even know if I've showed pictures of this snake on any of my social media, but I decided to do a diamondback rattlesnake. Oh man, look at that. I just put snake 1 on the bottom because that's the first snake I've ever made. I didn't name him. Well, I think I might have called him Wilbur or something when we were loading, but he didn't technically have a name written on the bottom.
And he made it.
And he made it, yes. Because that snake is solid, so that's a lot of clay. Probably doubled the weight of the jar, or the jug. I put my hand on the ceiling there to lean against it. That was a little warm.
Oh, good idea, huh?
Oh, here's my trays. They didn't necessarily do exactly what I wanted, but that's still pretty cool. It's not flat. But that's a pretty neat little spot there. I still got more of the effect on the actual upside down tray than I did on the... But that's probably because there's no lip here like I talked about in the video compared to this. That's still pretty cool though. Turn that frown upside down. Looks better on the bottom than the top. Which one was seashells, but it's like the seashells made these stick. That's so weird. I've never had seashells stick like that.
Have you used that kind before?
Nope. Oh, there goes compact. They look like she sells. I hope she sells. That's right. Okay. That one got more of the effect I wanted. That one had a tray on top of it. That's exactly what I wanted right there, actually. So, that one's probably a keeper. Here's another tray that got the look that I wanted. Woohoo. Yay! We did it! Look at that. We did it! Sure, this one's warped, but it did it too. Oh yeah, that's cool. I had the white slip, blue ash glaze, and then glass in the bottom. And a carved rim. A lot going on that one. I did light blue and dark blue glass in the bottom of that one. I love the salt texture on this one. Oh, let's see if we can get this junk out of here. Well, that one's going to stay for right now. If I have to, I'll get a grinder in here and cut at the bottom. Alright, this is the back half of the middle stack. Got a couple pieces here that I put the white slip on and then carved through. It might be hot. Here's one I did glass beads and I did a little bit of turquoise on the outside. And I did the inside turquoise. Alright, we had to move the camera outside of the kiln because it shut down. It thought it was too hot in there, so maybe that's our canary in the coal mine. Maybe we shouldn't be in there. But we're going ahead anyway. So, alright, I put an extra light inside so hopefully y'all can see, but I'll still show you pieces as I bring them out here. First mug out that had the rutile blue and red slip on it there. There's one that had some iron ash and some dark slip and some clear glazed dots. It's my white glaze with a blue ash glaze over top of it. And then I cleaned off the rim so it'd just be the salt glaze.
Good.
Platter bowl with some iron ash glaze and some dark slip in the clear. There's an order I had for a wood-fired sink with my turquoise and ash glaze. First wood-fired sink ever. I said, well, you won't be able to see the signature. They said, well, could you sign it at the bottom near the... So then as it's mounted, you'll still be able to see the signature.
So that's pre-sold.
Well, pre-ordered. Didn't take payment for it yet.
Oh.
I usually don't take payment till it comes out. Make sure it actually makes it.
Yeah.
Here, I'll hold it like this, that way you can see size reference. It's probably on camera now. Yeah, I love how shiny this ash glaze gets. See, that ash glaze would not be shiny if I didn't crash cool. Because it has so much iron in it that it would turn matte finish. That's gorgeous. Dark slip on the rim of that one. And then carved through it. I did the dark blue glass in that one. Woo! Yeah, boy. I would have liked a little bit more ash glaze so it would have reached the glass, but that's just me being picky. Mm-hmm. What I made the video about. Do you remember? Number 1 for wood fire, number 3, and woo! That's pretty much my closest thing I've gotten to peacock bowl in the wood kiln, because I'll do all those in my gas kiln. And I did dark blue and light blue glass, so you get that variation as well as the textured rim. Yeah. Maybe we should have done a few more dots in there to fill in the space, but just trying to match the one that was hanging up in there. It gets different when it's goes from scale, you know. That's about twice as big as the other one. That's a cool planter right there. And then I got this one with the blue, with the red slip. Man, look at that. Had a pot inside of it. So. final stack here. Looking forward to taking these out and seeing what's hidden there. But I can't keep the camera in here, unfortunately. It'll probably shut down on me again, so we're going to leave it outside. Actually, we might just put it in here until it quits, and then we'll take it outside. Yep, I'm going to need some gloves for those. On the top. Hello. All right. This one got like mauve colored. It's kind of wild. Here's another one of jeans. I did the white and then the blue ash. Oh, he's gonna like that. Oh yeah, there's a white lidded pitcher. Oh man, that white looks so nice. Mm-hmm. We still got water on the bottom, so. Oh man, here's some white with the blue ash on it. Way here in the back, you get way more contrast. Woo! Look at that. Especially out of a wood-fired salt glaze kiln.
Yeah.
Look at that. Man. Actually, we're going to take this out first. Good to see that lid's not cracked.
You won't be out of the way. You're gonna have it on.
I'll carry it out. We'll get a better shot of this one outside. Alright, here's the top to my bird bath. That's pretty funky. I put strips of glass. Didn't quite. Probably should have sprayed some ash glaze in there with it. But that'll look cool when there's water in there though.
Here's my first rutile platters in the back. The rutile blue and the red slip. That one had some carving on it. And the glass in the bottom. Rutile didn't get much blue, but it sure did react nice with that slip. More. It's got one little spot in it.